Hey, it's Clay at claytrader.com. This will be a live trade video where I try to capture some of my trades as they play out live. Market opens up here in about 15 minutes. So if you're not familiar with these videos, when I say live, I just mean that I don't know what's coming next. This is all being recorded in real time compared to some sort of post commentary or a trade recap. That is none of those things. So if you're open to the idea of an unscripted, nitty-gritty look into what it's like to be a day trader, how day trading can play out, then this will be a video for you. So I will go ahead and pause for now. And if there's some sort of pre-market trade I make, then I'll get the video rolling at that point. But as of now, I plan on just waiting for the market to open. So I'll go ahead and pause. All right, watching 35.50 here on UPST for a short. Will it come into play? That remains to be seen. Also keep an eye on Tesla off screen, which is now actually starting to look potentially more interesting here. Okay, well, I will pause for now, but yeah, main ones I'm watching, UPST and then Tesla and potentially NVAX, but main one right now that still got, well, I don't know which one. UPST and Tesla keep going back and forth. Which one am I more? Okay, now I'm officially more interested in Tesla as this one goes green here a bit, but I mean, that is always subject to change. But all right, I'll go ahead and pause for now. All right, I am going to go ahead and try to pick up some calls here at 825, or I mean, excuse me, 1275. Okay, got those. This does seem to be some sort of potential bottoming formation here that's trying to take place. Wow, that fast. I thought I was going to get filled there. See if it wants to give me some sort of bounce back to the upside. If so, I may be looking to add because that would be potentially a very nice looking candle here. But this has got to get back up above 807 and stay above it if I'm going to have any chance here. All right, I'm getting out there for a 525 loss. Wow, I'll have to scroll back, but I don't. It felt like I was right there getting ready to potentially get out, but it just didn't quite work out that way. But yeah, I just gave that thing plenty of room and not going to sit here and hold and hope for it. But if this wants to come down some more, then yeah. And, you know, down 525, not pleasant, not what I want, obviously, but by no means something that can't be overcome. And UPST still just not really doing a whole lot. Although, let's go over and look at NVAX. NVAX. Yeah, 43 is a potential interesting area. If it comes back into play here. Okay, I will go ahead and pause. Okay, potentially coming into play here, 43 on NVAX. Tesla now dropping back to even lower than where it was. So feel fine about that one. Okay, never mind. This one's now kind of just putzing around here. I'll go ahead and pause. Potentially an entry at 44 here. Step one is going to be this thing needs to get up through 44.7. There we go. Okay, good. Now let's see if it wants to come back down to 44. And I would be interested. All right, I will pause for now. Okay, watching 3650 here on UPST. In at 3657. See if we can get the move down through 3650, which is, according to level 2, is quite a big level there. Let's see if it wants to break on down through. Getting knocked on. Again, 3650. That's the number I'm watching. That's the number I want to see fail. And it's failing. There we go. Down through. And out there for a quick scalp. Tesla just continues to drop. Oh, I mean, on the bright side, I'm glad I cut that loss where I did, because this would have been a whole lot worse than what it is right now. Would be interested in some calls at 795. So let's go over here. Throw an order out at 25. Yeah, 25. So let's see if I can get something down there at 25. I will go ahead and pause for now, but let's see. Now I'm down 366. Yeah, it's starting to come down. It is a bit of a guessing game, so at this point I'm going to actually go to 24. Guessing game in the sense of you never quite know what the price of the options is going to be when the stock is at a particular level. Okay, I will go ahead and pause. All right, I'm going to try to pick up some puts here at 970, or excuse me, 950. Got those. Out there for a quick scalp of 125. So very happy with that. Now maybe I choose well, not maybe, I did. Of course, speaking in hindsight, should not have chosen to do a scalp, should have chosen to do more of a let it work for me. But to be fair to myself, had I chosen to let it work for me on UPST, remember that one that I chose to scalp, let me show, look what would have happened there. So there's the break that I got, that I scalped out of right there. That was where I made my money. But again, had I chosen to, no, let's see, let this work for me, snapped right back in my face, would have taken me out, and then rolled back over. So talk about how frustrating that would have trade have been. So yes, I fully admit that on Tesla there, I chose wrong, but you know, that's just how it goes sometimes. You choose the wrong strategy, but on UPST, I completely chose the right strategy. Wow, NVDA. What? Look at this one. It's just straight up. Holy smokes. All right, I'll go ahead and pause. All right, have an order at 1950 to pick up some puts here on this, what seems to be Very overdone move. Again, bit of a guessing game. In terms of what the options prices will be. So let's see how it wants to behave. I'm almost wondering, should I wait till around 8:24? But I don't know. That might be a little bit too ambitious on my part. All right, I'll go ahead and pause. We're going to try for some here at 15:25. But that might have been the move I wanted right there as it pulled back here and is bouncing upwards. All right, well, I'll keep it out there maybe if it wants to come back down. All right, I'll go ahead and pause. All right, going to try to pick up contracts here at 25.75. All right, I'm going to go ahead and cancel that out. Okay, I'll go ahead and pause. It was getting close to where I ideally wanted it in, and if it wants to come back down, I'm certainly interested, but this is going to have to come back down below, the 795 mark. All right, I'll go ahead and pause. I'm going to try to pick up. Got those. So don't need any sort of big bounce at all. Okay, out there for another scalp of 175. Calls. What is that? I am looking off screen, 790. So if this gets down to 790, I am certainly interested. We'll guess at 22. Throw an order out there at 22. There we go. All right, well, let's see if we can get this to come down a bit more. So again, right there, very clearly was smart to choose to scalp there, which was the plan all along. Let's see if this wants to come down a bit more to 22, but I will go ahead and pause for now. And if it looks like Tesla stock's going to come down some more and allow me to get these calls, then I will get the video rolling at that point. All right, looking to pick up a contract here at 1750. Just one. Now, I'd like more than one, but that one at least gets my feet wet. Again, one contract at 1750. Oh, wow. Holy smokes. Well, I was waiting for 1650 to pick up another contract, but it just bounced before that could even happen. In the blink of an eye and took me out. So that was just a $35 win. Again, I wanted more, but I was easing into the position, starting small to give myself flexibility. I'm not complaining about it, but of course, in hindsight, with geez, Clay, you should have did all five right up front. But again, had I needed flexibility, then I would be saying, Clay, why did you do 5? Why didn't you give yourself flexibility? So that's why don't try to judge yourself in hindsight, because it's very hard to be perfect in hindsight. But if this thing wants to come back down, then I would be interested in starting that process over again. Oh, wow. Okay. Just give me a second here. 16 will be the first or the next first entry point, because I am going to once again give myself flexibility, but I'll go ahead and pause for now. All right, well, I'm going to go ahead and wrap things up, closing down $31 with commission. Let's just call it $50. And the lesson here is, don't panic, just trade. And one form of panic that I don't think people don't realize is panic, myself included when I got started, is that trying to get everything back in one trade, right? So what you did not see me do was, okay, I took the loss. All right, let me load up. Let me increase size. Let me do something with the attitude of so I can get that loss back. That didn't happen. And again, because that is a form of panic, because that's not your normal strategy, right? And that's what panic is behaving outside of what your normal strategy and rules are. But I suppose you're saying, well, no, Clay, that's my strategy. My strategy is if I take a loss, then the next trade, I just load up, I increase position size, and I just swing for the fence to try to get that thing back. I'm going to encourage you to rethink that strategy if that is part of it. But at the core here, didn't get it all back, but I was never trying to get it back. I was just out there trying to make basic trades. I did, and I scalped away at it. And yeah, down $50, which I'm very confident that I can make back. But again, don't panic, just trade. And of course, just trade your strategy and its rules is when I say just trade. And you can see here that you're not going to win every day, but a form of risk management is just, chip away. And if you can make the hole a little bit smaller, then that's a good thing. So if you found this video helpful, if you want me to keep making these live trade videos, and do a couple things for me, hit that like button and leave a simple comment down below, even if it's just saying thanks. Tell me what you traded today. Give me a smiley face emoji. But those two things go a long way in communicating to me that you enjoy these videos. And as long as I know people are enjoying, then I will continue to make them. So again, remember, don't panic, just trade. All right, potentially another trade here. Just swinging by the computer near the end of the day, seeing a fantastic setup here that certainly seems worthwhile. As I guess, let me go down to 2350. So if Tesla wants to come down a bit more, I would be interested at 23. Well, there we go, starting to get some movement. So if it wants to come down a bit more. All right, I will go ahead and pause. It's basically right where I want it. So I'm going to go ahead and just try for one at 24, and I got those. I mean, it's at a great spot. But again, just in the spirit of giving myself flexibility, this thing can get back up over 24 or 797. I should be fine. And I think I got it. I did get it. So what do you know it? Back up. We're back on the day, up $19 with commissions. Yeah, we'll call it probably break even. And let me bring over the 5 minute, because that's what that was actually based on right there, is what I was seeing. Again, in hindsight, yes, should have done more, but I didn't want to, or I said, I wanted to give myself flexibility, as I was saying there. And that allowed me to do that. So all in all, basically from down, didn't panic, followed the strategy, just took some sniper shots, And now I'm essentially at break even, maybe even just a few bucks, because it's not like I was trading massive size or anything like that. But just for simplicity's sake, let's just call it break even on the day. And from where things started, I'm very happy with that. So I won't do the outro again, given that I had just done it. But yeah, remember, don't panic, just trade. First off, thanks so much for watching the entire video. Real quick, before you go, I want to invite you to a live webinar, web class, training, workshop, online event, whatever you want to call it, but it will be me live revealing to you what I've discovered that has allowed me to transform myself from being an employee to being my own boss, including how I had only one losing day out of 73 days in total. I'm going to cover 3 keys that have helped me unlock profitable consistency within the markets. The first key is super weird, but in a productive type of way. The second key is super awesome because it quite literally is wired into our DNA as humans, making it very easy to use. But in a cruel way, this becomes a pitfall for many traders. I'll explain it all though, including how to avoid the pitfall that it creates for some. And yeah, the third key, when you hear it, sounds way too good to be true, but it's not, and I'll show you how it all works. Then at the end, I open it up for a question and answer session that is, again, totally live. Even if you can't make the live session, please still sign up as it will be recorded, and you can go back and watch the replay that I will send you. Click the image on the screen or click the link down in the description box so you can get the date and time and claim your spot, which I should note is limited due to the fact that this truly is a live event. If you have any questions, let me know. If not, I'll be seeing you soon.